The world needs saving, but don't get involved. Don't despair or be scared. There's some dudes you can call. I don't mean Dr. Jones, Mr. T. Stallone, Conan the Barbarian can suck on my bone. I'm talking John Candy, Quaid, Randy, Jack Black will attack, and Fred Flintstone is Plan B. Tommy from Sandusky.
Are you crazy? You must be.
You got to just trust me. These heroes are husky heroes. Husky heroes. Husky heroes.
Coming at you straight from outer space, flying above the planets in my pretty sweet space plane here.
I think it's an X-Wing.
This is an X-Wing. It is an X-Wing. Thank you for noticing. I did go with the X-Wing. Classic. This is the broadcast of... We are broadcasting across the galaxy. Sote is in the Mos Eisley Cantina.
I am. I love it here.
This is Husky Heroes, guys. Welcome to the show. Hello, everybody. And Sote, how are you doing down there? What's the action down there, man? Should I turn this bad boy around and head towards you? What's going on over there?
No, everyone's pretty chill. A couple guys got their arms cut off, but otherwise, I think we're pretty good. Greedo's dead, which is good. Nobody likes him.
Yeah, I hated that fucker.
Yeah, and that little dude keeps walking around stealing beers, but otherwise, we're good.
Oh, I'm getting shot at. Evasive maneuvers. Oh, guys. All right, they left.
Finally. Fucking.
This is stupid.
Yeah, it's really dumb.
The people who are listening only and not watching, this is like...
Yeah,
if you're just listening to the audio only, we do have virtual backgrounds. Mine is the cockpit of an X-Wing. So is the Mos Eisley Cantina from Star Wars, and that will become apparent why in just a few moments. Actually, you know already, because I already announced it was Bob and Boba month, and also the title is going to have what we're talking about.
Exactly.
I'm really bad at this. Huh?
It's been a while. We're still getting used to it. It's fine.
It's always been a while.
It's
kind of always been a while.
That's going to happen a lot less now, I hope. So I think we'll be okay.
Okay, cool. Because we do have a lot of new followers. I guess that is my first order of business this week. So that we have a lot of new followers on the Instagram. You guys have been following up a storm.
Nice. Thank you, guys.
Thanks everyone for following the Instagram, for interacting with the posts.
Oh my God.
And checking us out on YouTube. Husky Vision has been a hit.
Hey.
We got more listens. We got more clicks on the Husky Vision version of this podcast, which I realize now we probably are just cannibalizing our own views at this point, but that's okay.
Totally fine.
I think it's fine. I think you watch it once at the house on the big screen, and then you watch it again, the audio, you listen to it in the commute the next day.
I hope so.
Maybe people are doing both.
Yeah, just get a double dose, because there's stuff you're gonna miss. Just do it all.
Yeah, there's stuff you're gonna miss. You're gonna tune out. You know what I mean? And you just got to go back, because we're all, living in the internet age. We're all ADHD brained now. And, it just is what it is. Brains are bad now.
Oh, no, brains don't work anymore. Mine barely started working again.
These were built back in the caveman days. You know what I mean? Like, there hasn't really been any significant upgrades since then.
No, there's been jack shit. It's just been the same mush, and we're just getting more shit that makes it work less, which is not fucking good.
Once we're able to upload our consciousnesses to the freaking internet, oh Jesus, I'm disappearing. I'm gonna get out of the cockpit, I think.
Yeah, I think you're becoming a force ghost, and we don't need that just yet.
Yeah,
mine's okay. I'm gonna stick with it.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna figure out. You know what? I'm gonna roll with it. It's not too distracting. I'm gonna roll with it.
Nah. You'll be fine.
So what's going on, baby? How we doing?
I'm doing good. I have to admit, for this series, I wanted to wait as late as I could to watch everything and keep it fresh in my mind. Didn't really work out great. I did watch all the episodes, but I had to watch them at work, which was less than optimal because I was on my phone. And fine, whatever, but everything looks so dark, and I got the gist of it, and I really enjoyed the show. I just wish I could see stuff more clearly, and I'm really mad at myself for doing that. So now I'm just going to do everything way in advance in a good location.
Yeah, I've in the old Husky Heroes days, I was pretty bad at picking times to watch the movies. Times would just get away from me. But now that I have literally nothing to do but lay in bed, it's become so much easier to watch stuff. So And even just watch multiple episodes of shows I do not like. So
What shows are you watching that you don't like?
Well, so here's a thing that's kind of happened recently-ish, is that I'll watch like a season of a show and then I'll watch like the first episode of the next season and just be like, this isn't the same, and just like turn it off and just
like
never watch it ever again. Yeah, it sucked. I'm out.
I kind of get that, because The Simpsons had that for a while, but it was like good still. Like you could see the difference from the first
The
season
Simpsons
to the
definitely
second.
it just stayed pretty quality for a long time.
And then it did not.
Right. But then also at the same time, it's like we were growing up, we were younger, and you were a little older maybe, but we were younger, and like we kind of didn't really critique things as hard as we do now, you know?
No, as long as it
just
made us
like-
laugh,
Yeah.
it was awesome.
It was still The Simpsons, so I still kind of dealt with it, you know?
Yeah.
But now it's just like, hey man, I don't care about this. I'll just fucking ditch it. Like, I don't need the closure, I guess. And maybe I'll get back. I'll return to some of these things, like Succession. I watched Succession. I thought it was pretty good, but
Yeah.
Twitter kind of ruined it a little bit. People liked it too much. It's like,
Yeah.
you know, yeah,
That is extremely you.
you
That
know
is such
me,
a you way
man.
to
I
react
don't
to this.
know. Just like
I've been
that
meaning to
wasn't
start it.
that good. I mean, it's great. It's a really good show.
Yeah.
It's probably better than anything that's out right now, but
All right.
also overrated. So do with that information what you will.
People love it like they love The Wire, and it is really surprising. Because
Right,
it's not
yeah.
The Wire.
It is it's fascinating. It is fascinating.
Sorry.
I thought that was me. I moved mine at the same time and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, that was not good. I'm getting used to this again. Sorry.
I also watched Servant on Apple TV Plus.
What's that?
That's a M Night Shyamalan show. Pretty good. Season 1, pretty good. Season 2, I didn't like the first episode, so I stopped watching.
That's surprising, because M. Night Shyamalan's like been awful movie wise.
He's been bad, but this is like this was like made for me. It's kind of like made he's kind of doing like prestige horror in this thing, and like I was like, yeah, baby. Just like, you know, that like overall tonal creepiness versus jump scares and shit like that.
I prefer that.
Which is really what he ought to be doing, because that's kind of what,
Yeah.
you know, The Sixth Sense was, and you know, that movie's a fucking classic.
Yeah, that movie's fucking great. Even though you know the twist, it's still really good.
Yeah. I want to watch the movie with someone who doesn't know the twist. I don't know if that person exists. If you are a person who has not seen The Sixth Sense and don't know the twist,
Yeah, we'll do a Discord movie night so we could all watch it together.
get in contact with us. We need to figure out who you are, first of all, because you're a freak, and then second of all, we need to watch that movie with you, because that would be fascinating.
That sounds so good.
I have been watching. I watched Search Party. You ever see this?
I have heard of it. Never.
It's on
watched
HBO Now or Go, whatever it's called now.
Yeah, it's some shit. It's the same shit.
It originally aired on TBS. I always heard good things about it, but my girlfriend started watching and she's like, "You gotta watch it," and pretty fucking good.
Because your girlfriend sounds like an 80-year-old smoker.
Hey, listen, you gotta watch it.
I love you so much, baby. We gotta watch this together.
You gotta watch this.
I hope she hears this.
Get my smokes off the Davenport.
Thank you for calling it Davenport.
It's the only old word I know. That's the well I just keep going to.
I know schifferobe, and I don't know what that is. I know what the word is. I just don't know.
If you say it with enough gusto, you could get away with it.
Oh,
Chiffero.
Schifferobe.
It sounds like something like British people, like, you know, like they call like a flashlight a torch, and like they call an elevator the lift. Chiffero sounds like an alternate word for like a toilet plunger or something like that.
Probably, or like the part where the water that
pass me the chiffero. Yeah, exactly.
Pass me the toilet paper. It's on the schifferobe.
It's on the chiffero. Come
Hello,
quick.
governor.
Come quick.
Fucking Brits.
I happen to have made a mess in the toilet.
Speaking of British people, original
Wait,
Star Wars had a
just
ton of
talking.
British people.
Yeah, it did. Hey, thanks for keeping us on track, Sote. That was great.
Thank you.
That was
Yeah.
that was amazing. Yes. Yeah, Star Wars did have a bunch of British people. It was filmed in Britain.
Britain, London.
Oh god, we fell off so quick.
Immediately
We were doing
lost it.
so good for those few seconds. We were doing so good.
We're still on it. We know where we're going. We're
We know
keeping
where
it
we're
alive.
going.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, first, I do have an order of business that I have to get to here.
Yes.
And I do like to have my order of businesses at the top.
That's true.
I know that this is going to interfere a lot with this. So I'm going to turn off the virtual background.
Cool.
Yes, sorry guys, I wasn't actually in the freaking X-Wing. But so that I got you a present.
What?
And again, this is basically just punishing the people who are audio only, because I'm not going to take the extra time to cut this out.
This is why you got to watch us on YouTube too. You got to do them both.
So we're really going to have to become poets with our words here to describe what's going on.
All right. It's a box.
It has not been unboxed yet. I was
Okay.
hoping. Okay. It's not just the box, so you can have that if you want it. I do think this is funny. I was hoping it would be back for our first episode back, but it got here a day later, and it's just been chilling at the house since last week. It's a box with fragile written all around it. Fragile glass. To my knowledge, there is no glass in here. So this person just really didn't want this precious item to get destroyed in transit.
Well, now I'm really excited.
Yeah,
Excited.
yeah. So we're gonna do a live unboxing here.
All right.
All right. How are you gonna do this? I guess I just lower the camera a little bit here.
There we go. Hey, I see thigh.
Yeah, you get some thigh action right there.
Hey, there it is. Ladies, he's taking.
Oh, come on now. Don't get all horned up.
Getting all. Speaking of horned up, the person standing directly behind my right shoulder is fucking dumb thick. Look at this.
Ooh, look at that booty.
Yeah.
That's
Again,
tight.
video only, but it's picture an alien with a big pointy head and a silver jumpsuit, and it's just like all wagging. It's just butt. It's awesome. Whoever this person is, whoever this alien is, how you doing?
They used a very thick tape.
Of course. Whenever it's something we have to open, it's like the worst.
I lost an AirPod again.
Oh no.
I lost an AirPod. This is a disaster.
That's just AirPods, man. That's just the way of the pod.
Famously lost an AirPod on the last episode. Classic classic moment.
The terror in your eyes.
All right.
Speaking
This is not going as quickly as I thought it would, so you're going to have to vamp a little bit.
Okay, so he's clearly struggling with the box, but it's going. He's making moves. He's getting the plastic out. I see a little airbag coming out. There's
kidding
another
me?
bag inside of the
There's
box.
a bag in the box. All right. Here's the goods right here.
Okay, cool.
Now we're talking.
All right. This person took really good care with this. They tried really hard to make sure shit didn't go bad.
Very silly when you find out what it is. And this, I saw this. It popped up on my previously browsed, which is also kind of funny, on eBay, and I was like, I gotta get this, but I don't really care to have it in my home, so I'll give it to Sote.
Yeah. Okay.
God, it's in a bubble mailer, and it's impossible.
This is like the
riveting. This is riveting podcasting
This
right
is
here.
crazy. You may have to cut some of this out because there's just like
This may be a little. This may be bad even by our standards. This may be bad.
So. This is pretty rough.
Guys,
Still on it, man. He's working. He's
It'll only
sweating.
take a second, guys.
I'm
This is
just picturing
good.
this-
I didn't have physical therapy this week, so this kind of counts, I guess.
There you go. This is
Yeah.
exactly what your doctor wanted. This is exactly what the doctor ordered. Hard work with the plastic bag.
All right, I cut it with the scissors. This should be. Oh, it's great. Oh, Sote, this is beautiful.
Seeing the bead of sweat on your forehead makes it all
So-
worth it.
Here it is. Okay,
God.
we got another bag within the bag. We can't make this up at this point.
fuck are you talking? Are you serious?
We can't make this up at this point. It was in this box,
Yeah. So
which also had this bag in it. I'm assuming to pad it in transit.
yeah, it's just
And
an
then I
empty bag.
pulled it. I pulled this bag out of this bag. What is going on? When you
person's-
see what's in here, you're going to.
I'm so excited to
It
see
makes
what
no
this is.
sense.
There's
Why
gonna
do
be
they do
another
this?
bag. There's gonna be another bag
No,
for
okay,
sure.
we're in. All right, Sote,
Okay.
you ready for this?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready. Oh shit! Oh my god! We got.
It is an Amy action figure from the film Congo.
Oh my god! I'm so excited. That is so rad.
There's
She's got the
Amy
little
right there.
backpack too. The little
The
translator.
box is sick, dude. The box is nice.
It reminds me of the ones that they put for the Alien toys.
It's same company. Yeah, same
Oh, that
company.
makes so much sense. Kenner?
This is a Kenner joint.
No, my shit.
Yep, there we go. Right here.
It's the exact same. Even the
Kenner.
colors in the back.
Yeah,
Oh my
I mean
God.
the we talked about it before, but the Karen Ross action figure
Literally Ripley.
is just a Ripley action figure with the same exact gun, except they put like a big stupid diamond on it.
That's so weird. 'Cause,
So
like,
this is your Sote, this beautiful
yes. Thank you.
vintage Congo action figure.
Thank you.
Um,
That's going on the wall back here on the bar.
Yes, yeah. You got to treat it with respect.
Yeah. Well, I need a
Uh,
shelf because I also have like a maskless Bruce Wayne from Batman Returns. Got it for $8.
Ooh.
It's pretty.
Oh, that's awesome. Is that
That's-
from? No. That's from. That's a
from,
recent thing, right? That's like a recent release.
Yeah, it's a new one. This is Batman Returns, but it's like a reissue, and I still have my old
Well,
Batman.
that's good
shit there, but-
because toys are way better now.
fuck yeah, they are. Shit.
I love them. I still love the charm of like the toys, the action figures that we got back in our day. But like,
Oh, yeah.
come on, man. There was like barely ever any like you could barely bend the arms sometimes. Only with like GI Joes.
Yeah, those are the only ones. And then you got like that weird like buff Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, the ones with the like first gen of the 1990 re-releases of Star Wars.
Yeah, those fucking pieces of shit.
They all just had huge chests. That was so weird.
Everyone had
And they
a
all
big
came
chest.
with like action packs and like missile launching.
Or
Fucking-
I remember when the Phantom Menace came out, they came with those chips that you could put onto like a thing and it made like
Yes.
audio. Like it
there
played
was like a
audio.
little walkie-talkie esque thing, and
Yeah.
you would put the little chip in there, and it would have like maybe 3 program lines in it.
If that.
Yeah.
I think it was maybe one.
Maybe one. Yeah, I might be giving it a little bit too much credit, but maybe one. But so you know, the next time I see you, you can grab Amy and take her home with you.
Yeah, Amy's my girl now. She's
Yeah,
gonna be right behind me, and I'm so excited.
So I had to, I had to hook my boy up.
Fuck yeah.
Celebration of getting back into the swing of things.
Fuck yeah. Especially after Congo. Congo was a fucking crazy fucking trip, man.
That was a trip for sure.
I'm so ready for those movies again too. But anyway,
So back to bullshit, or should we just get into this thing, man?
let's get into it, man. I'm ready to talk some Fett.
I have a lot to say about this.
I'm so excited.
And I don't know, people tend to get upset with me when I do this type of thing because well, you'll see, I guess. I don't know. I'm going to try to be as fair as possible because obviously this is like a big budget show and it does a lot of cool things and stuff like that. But
Yeah, totally.
oh yeah.
There's
I
definitely
just
some
have
good
thoughts.
and some bad.
I have thoughts. Okay,
That's
is
okay.
that fair? Is that fair?
I think that's fair considering that we grew up with this franchise through a lot of iterations. I think it's okay to have some takes. It's fine.
Yeah, I have some takes. I have some thoughts. I have some questions that I can't get answers to.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's just get into it. So, what are we watching this week? What did we watch and what are we talking about?
We are watching the first 3 chapters of the new Star Wars series, The Book of Boba Fett.
as part of Bob and Boba month.
Yep.
Let's go. We are
love to see it.
celebrating the films of Bob Hoskins and the new Disney Plus series, The Book of Boba Fett. This week, we are going to be talking about the first 3 episodes of The Book of Boba Fett. And Sote, let's get into it, baby.
Yeah, man. So the first chapter.
Yeah,
That was
let's
like-
do that. One thing I have to mention, just because
Yes.
it's on my brain and I got to get it out. I'm actively trying to swear less this episode.
Yeah.
I know you told me don't worry about it, but I have to listen and edit the episodes, and I'm just like, should I cut out some of these? Because like I don't need to. Instead of saying I'll say fucking a lot, and then in the worst cases I'll say fucking So I'm gonna try my best not to swear that much. Okay.
No,
It's still, this is still a hard R. This is still hard R. I'm trying to swear less, and let's see if I can do that. If I'm going crazy with the cusses, Sote, go ahead and call me out on it. This is the only way I'll learn.
I'll let you know. I'm gonna try to keep an eye on it, but as I said, I don't give a shit, so I'm just gonna let them fly sometimes. Just depending if you're getting really heated, especially, I'm gonna let them go.
Okay.
I'm so ready for you to let go.
You know what? I trust your judgment. And
Fair.
don't let me regret that decision to trust your judgment.
You'll be fine.
Okay. Let's get into chapter 1 of Book of Boba Fett. So the general thoughts about this episode, is there anything that kind of what do you feel about it? What's the feel that you get from this episode?
At first, I thought it was like, well, I still think it's really interesting. It's cool. Like, I like the flashback part of it, where they just keep going back and forth between him and the tank, and him like struggling, and then like him like here being who he is as Boba Fett, as the guy running shit. But like, there were some things that I didn't like about it. I was a little like, you actually pointed this out last week when we talked about the show. It's funny how when he was in the Sarlacc pit, he was like normal thin Boba Fett, and then he came out and somehow laying in the desert made him gain like 50 pounds for no reason at all.
Yes.
That was so strange. That was super jarring. And you're totally right. I could not see that.
Yeah, it's for me, I thought that was a pretty glaring mistake. I mean, okay, so obviously the Boba Fett is played by Tamora Morrison, I think is his name.
Yes.
Tamora Morrison. He's a New Zealand actor. And he played the clone troopers and Jango Fett in the prequels. So, you know, he's gonna age by the time this comes around, and he's gonna be a little bit more,
A little heavier.
heavy. He's gonna put on some pounds.
That being said, though, he's not in bad shape. He's just
right.
like,
I think he's just. I mean, I think he's just naturally that kind of sized. You know what I mean? Like,
for sure, yeah.
God, I really don't want to speak out of school here, but I think he does have some like native descent of some kind, and I think that's a pretty fairly common body type amongst, you know, people in New Zealand.
He's a Maori descent.
Right.
So he's like, yeah, so they're naturally just, and I saw pictures of him younger because I was looking him up, and he was like a big dude, like muscular and like thin. And then, of course, we get older.
You get older, yeah, exactly. You get older, and your body's just kind of gonna be what it is. So
but he's still
maybe a little mean for us to call him a husky hero, but he counts. Okay, he counts.
He totally counts. When you see him, and granted, like, he doesn't look bad in the suit, but you could like see.
I'm a little bit torn because I do like a thick king. I really do. But I think that part of Boba Fett's kind of, you know, coolness back in the day, you know, in the original trilogy, was him kind of being in the back, and just like he kind of had like this like cool cowpoke sort of look to him, you know, like the way he was, like, he would like stand holding his arm, and the way he held his gun and everything was.
He was like always strapped and ready to go.
And he just looked loosey goosey and like kind of ready to fuck shit up, you know?
Oh, for sure. Even in I
Empire. Think part of right, exactly, especially in Empire. Mm-hmm. And of course, you know, standing around in Jabba's palace.
Being the guy.
Just like just looked cool, like kind of just like this like gangly. He was like very thin, like
He was a really like
he was like
wafer
rail
thin
thin.
guy.
And it is very weird that they made the choice to cast someone who was so thin to play Boba Fett inside the Sarlacc pit in the opening of this episode.
Yeah, because like
And then, you know,
he-
spoiler alert.
yeah, and that's
go
the
ahead.
exact same. He's the exact same guy. Like, no, there wasn't a big time jump. He was just in the pit, came out late in the desert, and then he was like,
when he escaped the Sarlacc pit, it's like literally from one shot to the next. It's like the gangly guy they had play the classic Boba Fett
mhm.
is just now a larger gentleman, and it's very impossible to not like, I don't know, clock it at least, you know, and be like,
Oh, yeah. They
It's
couldn't
like-
at least get someone that could put on padding to look more like him, but they
Right.
they're like, no, he's good.
And I
He
like
needs
the
to have
choice
this-
of making him look like the classic, you know, thinner Boba Fett, but
Mhm.
it just doesn't make sense unless you have like a time jump or something. Or it would be
Yeah.
weird if they explained it away saying like he absorbed the nutrients through the Sarlacc pit or something.
Which is possible because he was like all fucked up and covered in goop.
So, you know, I don't know. It's just a little strange, and I understand you got to get the guy back to play him.
For sure.
It is what it is, but
Mhm.
like, I also just don't. As a kid, in my head, Boba Fett just didn't look like a giant bald guy.
No,
You
never.
know?
He was. I always pictured him as like a dude with a beard, at least.
Yeah, maybe like a scruffy,
Mhm.
maybe like the bad guy from the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, kind of that sort of lived a life kind of face with some real definition to it, you know.
or like a Kurt Russell, like long hair Kurt Russell.
Ooh, I like that. Almost like a Snake Plissken style kind of guy.
Yeah, but like
That
he's
could
got
be
like he's
cool.
got the thing beard.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's
Well,
the
now
one.
I'm getting horny, baby.
Right. God,
That
he's
era
a
Kurt Russell. Whew.
fucking piece, man. He was a hot
Whew.
piece of ass, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Kurt Russell still has the best hair I've ever seen in my life. I
We
hope
got
I
it.
can grow my hair
I
like
mean,
that.
I actually just bought a Kurt Russell from The Thing. Have you been to Target lately?
No, what's
So-
going on there?
So I went to Target this is the first time in months. Like I'm trying to get out as much as possible now just to walk around. And I went to Target to buy, what did I go there to buy? It was one thing that I needed. It was, I needed a new water bottle because I was just pounding too many water bottles here at the house. Plastic, you save
Fair
the
enough.
turtles, et cetera, et cetera. I got my water bottle, of course, took a perusal through the toy aisle and the Blu-rays because I got to. I ended up picking up a couple Blu-rays. I got Cop Shop and that new Edgar Wright movie, Last Night in Soho.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Excited to watch that. I watched Cop Shop. That was pretty good. Stupid title, but a very
what is
good
it?
movie.
I have to look into
Very
that, too.
surprisingly good movie. Just look
Yeah.
into it. I'm not going to say anything about it. Just know that that's Bernie's recommendation of the week.
All
It's
right,
Cop
all right.
Shop.
Cop Shop it is.
But they have this aisle, Sote, that's like nothing but like movie collectible action figures and things like that.
Oh, is
And,
it like
like-
that wall behind the movies?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
And it has
okay.
like it used to just have like Funko Pops and like little dumb keychains and shit like that.
Mhm.
But this time around, they had a freaking The Thing action figure. They had Kurt Russell from The Thing, RJ McCready, and it's like a 7-inch like action figure. It is so sick. They also had like this little cartoony Michael Myers. I got that as well. I ended up spending like $110 at
Jesus
Target.
Christ.
I went in for like a $15 water bottle. So
That's not surprising. That sounds like something I do too. And I,
I
would
mean-
totally have picked up the Kurt Russell character for one of my trucks. He would look great in one of my trucks.
I may go back. They had a xenomorph from Alien. God, I wanted that so bad. I might go back and get it. I get paid tomorrow, baby. Ooh, I'm actually gonna
Fuck
go
yeah,
get
dude.
that. I'm gonna
Like
go get that. But yeah. So anyway, that was my. Yeah, you gotta make it to Target one of these days and check out that selection because that's pretty badass.
I'm gonna have to. I got more
And I
time
don't
now, I'm just
like-
gonna run out.
I don't like hoarding a bunch of stuff and just like having things in the house, but sometimes when something is like so cool, it's like I gotta have that.
Oh
I
no,
can't
like
help
when you
it.
see the Kurt Russell action figure, you gotta fucking pick it up because he just looks so rad in that movie.
God, I really wish they had like a Big Trouble in Little China one. I'd be all over that.
I'm sure it's got to be out there. You probably have to order it, but I'm sure it's out there.
Fuck, we got to get this podcast over with so I can go look for it online.
Got to hit that midnight target.
Yeah. Anyway, so episode 1 of Boba Fett. Okay, we talked about him being fat now. Boba Fett is fat now. He is Boba Fett.
Boba Fett.
Yeah, dude, my kind of general thoughts about this is just like I finished the episode. I'm watching the episode. I finally finish it, and my first thought is like, oh no. Oh no. What? Is this it, the thing? Is this it now?
Is this what it all is now?
Oh dear. I wasn't impressed, man. I gotta tell you, I didn't feel it as much as I hoped.
Mm-hmm. I could kind of see why, because like you think of Boba Fett, he's a bounty hunter. He's always like out, he's a scoundrel. He's running out there. Yeah, he's doing shit. He's fucking
This
he's
is
running
this
around.
is my main issue after some thought, right? So in this thing, he's taking over the throne of Jabba, which has been vacated, or I guess the throne of Bib Fortuna, technically. And fucking there's fucking
That's
God
one.
damn it. Fucking
That's one.
fuck it, I'm just gonna say fucking so he's taking the throne. He's going to collect his debts from the people because he's a crime boss.
Right.
Kind of cool, whatever. But
Cool.
he says this line, and this is kind of the line that like it stuck with me for a while, and I think this is what it's all about for me. His bodyguard lady, I always forget her name.
Yeah. What's
She tells him like, the Hutts used to parade through these streets being carried by their, by like their underlings or whatever.
right.
And he's like, well, I don't intend to rule with fear. I tend to rule with respect. And that is the biggest problem for me, Sote. This is the most dangerous, most ruthless bounty hunter in the galaxy, supposedly. And now he's just got like a freaking heart of gold. What the hell is that about? It's like, that's the show you decided to make? The nice guy Boba Fett show?
I like part of me kind of understands why they did it because of all the shit he went through to get to this point.
But they don't show it. I mean, well, okay.
Not yet.
They show us the whole Tusken Raider crap.
Yeah.
But like, I'm still not convinced that would make him good.
I don't know because of we'll get to chapter 3, but maybe the thing in chapter 3 made him change his mind.
The
It made him
lizard?
like
The psychedelic lizard. Well,
yeah, the psychedelic lizard. Oh no, that was technically
Two?
chapter 2.
Was that the end of 2?
Yeah, it was the end of 2, and then 3 is when like all of them get fucking murked when he goes to talk to
Right.
Yeah. So I think maybe that's what did it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think I don't know. I could see him getting a soft spot for Tusken Raiders.
Yeah.
I think the way it probably would have gone if he was the ruthless bounty hunter is he'd just find a way to kill them all. Like,
Yeah. Oh, totally. Well, he
like,
kind
these
of
guys
does
fucking
that.
captured me. I'm going to kill all of them.
Yeah, because he's still a badass. When he has to do badass shit, he's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
Even
but
though
he's a badass with a heart of gold. He's just like sticking up for people that are being wronged by bad guys. And it's like, I think part of it is this. I think it's like Disney, these are shows for children, right? Like, let's be real here. These are not for us.
Mhm.
Although you can make the argument that I'm exactly the target audience because I'm the person who grew up with Star Wars, loved it, and just want to see this guy who I like on screen.
Yeah.
You can argue that they made it for me, but
Okay.
it's just, it just really isn't hitting. And I think the reason why is that they didn't know how to make us like Boba Fett. And I think that this new crop of like entertainment, you have to like the characters. I don't know. I think
It's kind of like the Deadpool thing.
yeah, I think Deadpool kind of gets away with being like a sarcastic smartass because that's kind of what you're there for.
Right.
And maybe they could have pulled the same shit with Boba Fett.
Maybe. But I actually no, I would prefer him like the way he is now because he's still very stoic. And he has his goofy moments that I thought was really bad, and one I was like, okay, I guess this is kind of funny. But yeah, you could kind of see like I kind of like being able to see his personality come out.
Right. And I think I agree with that, but I just think that there could have been a smarter way to maybe make him more of an anti-hero. I mean, make him Tony Soprano, make him
that
Heisenberg. Cool. You know, like I think go ahead. I'm talking too much.
It's cool because this is kind of like a Sopranos-y story in that like the way he rose to power and how he's trying to rule, he's trying to like balance it, but also like he's kind of not. He's figuring it out, but he's doing it in a weird way, and I think it kind of works.
I just like I don't believe he would. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And obviously, most of Boba Fett's stuff is just retcon now,
right?
But like when we were coming up, Boba Fett's a bad guy. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, he was never.
Maybe it was just a bad idea to make a movie about a whole show about a bad guy, because you do have to make him good at some point.
You do. That's kind of the. You're right. That's kind of the whole issue with a lot of this too. Like, I feel like the closest that they've gotten to really nailing it was in Rogue One, the way they had what's his name, the rebel guy who was actually like a really bad spy and like
Cassian
Andor. Like he was actually kind of a bad guy, but he ended up, of course, he was good because he was working with the rebels, and like it was like that whole hodgepodge of people that was awesome. And this one, like you're right,
that was pretty cool. They did a good job of showing like the gray areas, and you can argue that this is a gray area because he is still.
I'd say so. Yeah.
He is still a crime lord, obviously. Like he's like taking advantage of the people to give him fucking payments and stuff. Fucking here we go again, dude. Sote. I'm saying fucking again.
I know. I'm just letting you go for it.
You're letting me slide, man.
You're just
I need lashings.
Lashings.
I need lashings. No. I bend over and spink my little bottom red.
Hurt me.
I lost the other.
Another AirPod gone.
Okay. I'm starting to think this is like Stockholm syndrome at this point. I'm like blaming myself. But like, I think my ears are too small.
They might be. The AirPods are only
I always
for one
have
specific ear.
The AirPods are like the only earbuds that have fit me in a good way, and they still fall out of my ear.
It's
That's just how I just have tiny canals.
I think your ears I've noticed if your ears move a lot or if you like do a lot of motion, it does pop out. And I think maybe that's what's going on here.
So I don't know. Man. What am I doing with my life?
You're good. We're recording. That's all that matters.
30. I'm going on 31. This is what my life is. Just AirPods falling out of my ear. What is this?
That's how it is now. That's exactly
how it is. Excuse me. I'm going to mute myself. I have to burp.
Go for it. I guess I could start talking about interesting stuff like to where like, so after a while, like he's just in the desert. How long is he in the desert? That kind of confused me. Because he got his shit taken by Jawas, and then he got picked up by the Raiders. This
series is either 5 years after the Sarlacc pit or 2 weeks after the Sarlacc pit. We do not know. Question mark. Who knows?
Yeah. There's another thing I noticed about this show that I don't know if anyone else likes it, but I found it interesting. I used to watch the Green Arrow show on the CW, and the basic premise is exactly the same.
Really?
Like where they show him in the present becoming Green Arrow, but there's a lot of flashbacks to him on the island when he was alone and he developed into the Green Arrow. And that's pretty much exactly how this one is set up.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm a little just disappointed about what they decided to do with the show. That's all.
Yeah, and that's fair too, because you're right. They back in the day they set up Boba Fett to just be a badass.
And I think it would just be cooler to see like Boba Fett returns to Mos Eisley to take the throne, and he has this like huge chip on his shoulder, and like maybe he's like, it's a little pathetic in a way that like he wants to be this king of a tiny kingdom, like everyone's always shitting on Tatooine and stuff, and it's just a fucking sand planet. Who cares? Like it's not that impressive that you're ruling this place,
Yeah, for whatever chunk change you get from like people in the area.
And like that, he just has like this chip on his shoulder, but also ultimately, he's a little scared. You know what I mean? He's already faced death once. and he's afraid to hunt the bigger fish now.
That wouldn't be surprising either, because also he's like still not 100%. He's consistently
You know
in
what
the
would have
tank.
fixed this show?
Hmm.
Dr. Melfi from The Sopranos. He has to go and see her.
That's him in the tank.
Yes, that's the tank. Maybe you can make the Matt Berry droid.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, when I found out that was Matt Berry, I lost my shit.
I was like, is it? No. Is it?
I
Because he
didn't
has
put
such
it
a
together.
small part in the first episode, so I was like, maybe, but what? And
And
then
they
when I
alter
saw
his
his
voice.
credit at the end, it was like the first build.
Yeah.
It's like, in order of appearance, Matt Berry. I was like, what? He was
Yeah.
in this? I guess that was him.
I've loved Matt Berry for a long time. I'm so glad he's in this.
Since
This
the
is so cool.
IT crowd days, man.
I actually my first exposure to him was Garth Marenghi's Dark Place.
Dark Place, yeah.
Fucking awesome.
And The Toast of London. I couldn't get into that one, although they're making the Toast of Hollywood or something like that now too. So
I got very into that. I love that show.
I couldn't get into it. It was a little too British for me.
Also,
A little
fun
bit
little
too British.
crossover. Ray is in that show for a tiny bit. She has a scene.
Well, how about that? We
How
got a
about
Star
that?
Wars connection right there. That's the kind of stuff I would lose my shit over back in the day, but now it just happens so often.
Yeah, it's just like everyone points it out so often. And you're just like, oh, okay, great. So this person worked then
Well,
too.
I mean,
Cool.
spoiler alert for the rest of the Mandalorian or the rest of the Boba Fett series, but apparently Mando shows up in the latest episode.
Heard about that from everyone in the fucking world. Thanks, guys.
Thanks. And here I am repeating it like an asshole for people who haven't seen it yet.
Well, fuck it. Spoiler alert. He's in this shit too.
Mando's in it. He comes back.
As he should. But also, so here's the thing too that I never remembered about Boba Fett's history. Is he actually a Mandalorian?
No.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, he's I think the
Or was Jango Fett?
I think the premise was that Jango Fett acquired the armor in some kind of bounty huntery fashion.
Interesting.
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's the lore behind it.
Okay.
But no, he is not a real Mandalorian.
But also that might not be the lore anymore because of the retcon.
Right, exactly. The retcons and Disney decided that everything wasn't canon anymore. So
Disney, come on.
they could just make whatever they want, I guess.
Ugh,
And that's why we have the freaking Rise of Skywalker. Do not get me started on that movie. That movie is trash.
It's got its moments. It's fine.
I would argue it doesn't, and it's not. So so yeah, I mean, those are my main gripes. I guess I didn't get too ranty. I did not get as ranty as I thought I would.
No, not bad. And I think we had most of the important parts, like him going through the desert.
Yeah, and in this first episode, I just think it's a little bit uneven, the storytelling of it also. Like, I know you like the flashbacks. I hated the flashbacks. I understand why it's structured in the way that it is, but I think that it's also like, I don't know, maybe I don't care to see him with the Tusken Raiders. Maybe I don't care to see the Tusken Raiders get so fleshed out. But that's just me nitpicking at this point, I think. I just think that the episode feels a little bit poorly structured.
It is, because they had to put a lot into this episode. And it was only like 30. It was one of the shortest episodes so far. It's like 38 minutes. So they put a lot in there. And it may have done better with like an extra 5 to 10 to like really flesh things out. Because like the whole water thing in the desert was interesting. It wasn't interesting, but it was like,
oh yeah, they were like pulling out those little pods of water from the ground.
Yeah. And I was like,
I don't know about all that.
That was dumb. Him fighting that crazy
monster was cool. That monster was pretty cool.
Oh, there goes my camera.
Did you go up to the bar? Are you on the other side of the bar, Sote?
Yes, I went to buy cigarettes from the cigarette machine.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that's famously on the other side of the bar. So Sote will be back after buying some death sticks, as they call them,
the good
from the other side of the bar.
There's a microphone on my headset, so I could still talk.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah, we could hear him. It's fine. It's all fine, folks. It's all
good. Everything's okay. We could keep talking though. It's fine. I'll pop back in. I'm just gonna walk past you.
So,
get
I mean, I guess that's maybe all we really have to cover on the first episode. I just thought it was pretty underwhelming.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't feel the same way. I enjoyed it. I kind of, maybe I'm just digging the slower pace. I don't know. But
yeah, I honestly, it took me a while to kind of formulate a real thought on it, I guess.
Mhm.
I don't know. I think when I first kind of watched it, I was like, okay, maybe, a little bit of a rough start, but I liked some good, there was some cool stuff in it. And I'm happy to see, I'm happy to follow where this where this is going.
Yeah, totally.
And then as I thought about it more, and I'm just like, this also happened was like, as soon as the episode finished, it just like poofed out of my mind. It was just gone. I was just like, it's gone now. I don't think I saved any of that. So I had to like watch it again and like kind of skim through it and be like, okay, this happened, that happened. Okay.
I could see that though too. Yeah. But
I do think that,
I'm back.
Oh, cool. Were the death sticks just too overpriced?
Yeah, it was a little too much, and also that weird Bib Fortuna guy kept licking the handles on everything. I didn't like it. I was like,
yeah, I hear he's a pretty big perv. So
yeah. Also, he's dead now apparently, so he's just still hanging out here. I don't know. It's kind
he's
of
just a head in a jar.
Yeah, he's just weekend at Bernie's right here at the fucking
it.
bar. Yeah,
weekend at Burns and zinging it.
Burns and eating it up.
Oh, this. Yeah. I'm going to change my virtual background for the viewers.
Let's see this. I'm excited.
You shouldn't be. Don't be.
It's Bib Fortuna. By the way, Bib Fortuna, stupid ass name. I'm kind of upset that they keep.
I guess I'm not changing it.
Yeah,
never mind.
Fine. You're okay in your room.
Why don't we make it Hawaii?
Yeah, there we go.
Hey, beautiful Honolulu, Hawaii.
There we go. Speaking of, I'm in Twin Peaks now.
Ooh, scary, spooky. Okay, we'll roll with this.
Let us dance now.
So, highlights from the first episode for me, the hot tentacle head lady. I do like what she's got going on, and I do hope to see her a lot more.
Oh, you mean Jennifer Beals?
Yes.
Man, I cannot believe she looks that good.
Yeah, as a freaky alien.
Yeah, I also, yes, absolutely. I
peeped. Hey, hear me out. That's what the kids are saying, right?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Hear me out.
Hey, word up, friend.
Hear me out here. This is a hot lady.
Listen here, Chief. Yeah, she was born in 63, so
we're
she's
pathetic, Sote.
Yeah, we're fine. We're okay. We're having a good time. That's all that fucking matters. That's all that matters.
Forcing our friends to listen to this garbage.
Suckers.
That's what you get. That's what you get.
Oh, she's 59.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Born in Chicago, Illinois.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Oh, there's a chance, buddy. Oh, she'll come back to.
You're saying there's a chance?
Oh, it's happening.
You're saying there's a chance.
I don't like this De Niro face you're making at me. It's upsetting.
You're saying there's a chance? You're saying there's a chance? 3D generated. 3D generated.
It might happen.
Marty Scorsese, 3D generated Robert De Niro. So, anyway, that movie sucked too.
Fuck it.
That movie sucked.
Yeah,
no, it was fine. It was fine. It was just weird. So right. let's move on to chapter 2 because
chapter 2
is a long one. There is, the whole train robbing sequence was pretty cool.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was like a nice little departure from they had the ambush in the first episode. We didn't talk about it, but they had the ambush.
Right? Yeah. There's some cool. Yeah. There's some cool things going on with the mayor. He's maybe a bad guy. He's maybe not. Who knows?
Yeah, there's a thing there.
Yeah, some intrigue, some stuff, but ultimately, what's the big takeaways from this episode?
Big takeaways was really just
mostly just.
Go
ahead.
I was gonna say, for me, it was his journey with the Raiders.
I was gonna say the same thing. I think it's just more, it's more Tusken Raider stuff, and kind of like learning combat with them. He's earning their trust a little bit.
That was
he teaches them how to ride speeder bikes.
That was weird when he did like that.
That was a little strange. Yeah, he almost did like
motion.
a 2000s dance move of some kind.
He did. That was like cringy. That was like the first cringy thing I noticed from the show, which was like, all right, fine, whatever.
Yeah,
you're allowed that one.
The montage of them learning how to ride was kind of funny, I thought.
That actually was pretty funny.
Yeah, like they immediately, as Tusken Raiders ought to do, they just immediately start attacking the fucking speeder bikes.
They just start stripping it immediately.
Yeah.
Which I get it. Yeah. But also, like, just watching them whiff on those shits was so good.
Yeah, that was funny.
I've noticed too in this episode at the start, like I was quickly getting over like how out of shape he looks in the suit. Like I was like, I immediately forgot about that.
And especially when he's in just like the undersuit, the like just white jumpsuit.
Yeah,
that is not a flattering thing. We know, we are big men. We know that is not a flattering look.
You can't rock that shit. You can't.
You just can't do it. So also,
I'm also a little upset with myself that like when they talked about dropping the dude in the Rancor pit, I was like, yes, Rancor. And I totally forgot that Luke fucking killed the Rancor in fucking Return of the Jedi.
Yeah. I immediately was just like, the Rancor is back. I was like already pre-mad, It's like no one can just stay dead in this shit. Like it's just everyone's just got to come back now. But no, he was still dead.
No,
Rancor was gone.
I'm glad that they like didn't fuck that up. So that was cool.
Yeah, I mean, again, this is the first. I mean, I wasn't crazy about the first episode. This episode, I was just like, that might, for me, I thought it was just like straight up bad.
The second one?
Yeah. I mean, I liked some stuff in it. I liked the train sequence and all that. And I guess we're uncovering the bad guys, right? Those like weird fish alien guys.
Yeah, those funky ass dudes. There's a lot of new. I feel like we've seen these aliens, but I don't remember any of them.
I don't think so. They're vaguely they're vaguely new Gunray-ish, like from the episode 1 to those guys, the racist aliens.
Yeah, it was pretty fucked up. I noticed there was like another set of aliens that I saw that looked kind of racist. Like they kind of looked like caricatures of African American people. And I was like,
yeah, Star Wars. I mean, you should know better by now, I guess.
Yeah, we can't be doing that.
We can't be doing that. We really can't.
No. And also, like, seeing the Hutts, by the way, when they brought the Hutts in, that's how we got to go to the next family party. We got to get on a platter, a big platter, like us laying next to each other. Me
get some townspeoples to carry us in.
Yeah, me sucking on a hookah with like a little jewel under my mouth.
Oh, Gadawooga. Oh, pass me the tamales.
There's no Master Choli.
Your mouth is all red with sauce.
Yeah.
Someone they don't love the Master Choli. I think if you just say names of pastas, you may be speaking hut language.
Master Choli linguini panini.
Penne rigatoni. Oh, ho, ho, ho.
Marinara. That's the move now. We're just gonna start saying pasta. I need a list of pastas now for this bit.
Little Caesar's crazy calzone. Ho, 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 ho.
It's pub style, so it's better.
He turned into Macho Man.
I did. It's hard to do a Hut voice.
Yeah, you can't do it in English. It's weird.
No, you also have to like pull your chin in to get like fat guy neck. Not to say I don't have it, but whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna work on it. We're gonna work on this for the next episode.
We're gonna work. Yeah, we're gonna be fluent in Huttese.
There's a fun thing that I noticed too. The robot voice that was like translating for the mayor, that was actually Robert Rodriguez.
Oh, was that him? Oh, that's cool.
That was kind of fun.
I saw him in the airport in Denver.
Nice.
I was getting to my plane. No, wait. I just got off the plane. I was going to meet my brother who was picking me up at the airport. And over the loudspeaker by the terminal that I was at, they were calling last call for Robert Rodriguez. Last call for, and I was just like, no way. And then when I looked over, he was like hustling to get to the terminal. And I was like, holy shit, that's him. Pretty cool.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
It's cool that he was just running late.
Yeah, exactly. That
just
was kind of neat.
That's pretty sweet.
They were they were listing off a few people. I don't think he got a special treatment or anything like that. I think
he did
a couple of people.
He directed a couple of these episodes, right?
The first one for sure, and I know he did a few of the Mando episodes also.
Yeah, definitely. He did the first one, and he did the third one too.
Makes a lot of sense because he's a huge special effects guy. So
he is, and I like the way the effects look in this show in general. It looks really good.
Yeah, I think they film in the void or whatever. Like I don't know how familiar you are with how they shoot this, but it's basically shot on like LCD screens. And like they see the environment in real time, it's not like a green screen with,
That sounds kind of sweet, actually.
Yeah,
that
it's like this giant, like I think they call it the void. Maybe it's some sort of crazy term like that. But it's like all shot, not rear projected, but like LCD screens that are creating the environment around them.
Okay,
and it's pretty
cool.
neat, pretty cool, interesting way to shoot something.
Oh. Can we talk about the fucking murder Wookiee that came out?
Murder Wookiee was dope.
Dude. And literally, like, he's just like an all-black Wookiee. He looks so cool.
Yeah.
And he's the perfect henchman for anyone.
I loved
awesome.
I loved Boba Fett's line where he's like, you could send as many gladiators as you wish. Like in the cool New Zealand way.
Yeah.
Send as many gladiators as you wish.
I like his voice as Boba Fett, though. I have to say, he sounds awesome as Boba Fett.
I would keep the voice. The voice. I just don't. Again, I just never imagined Boba Fett looking like a large bald dude. I just didn't, and that's my baggage. I understand that's my baggage. This isn't on the show,
but
that's
also
my baggage.
But that's the other thing too, because we're so used. The first time we saw him as any type of like character in a movie, the actor, he looked different. He had hair. He was slim and like muscular, so it's like kind of a big jump.
Sort of is, yeah. And I think Jango Fett, he was a little bit more muscular than what you see like in the original
totally
trilogy. And obviously it's like, how could you know? You know what I mean? Like you didn't know you were going to be casting some guy later to play all the clones,
Yeah, because he wasn't supposed to be a big character. They just built a lore around him because people thought he looked cool. Which
that's what people do with me, man. Like, yo, dude, that guy looks awesome. That guy looks sick, dude.
That guy's so big, man.
He must be fucking awesome.
Little do they know. Boop, ba-doop, boop, 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 beer.
Cut to me just like what I do on a daily basis. I just sit and stare at a wall for a couple hours. And then, completely content,
and then get awkward every once in a while.
Yeah,
that's just our move.
This is just like literally, and this is for the video viewers. This is literally a day in my life. This is it.
Yeah, he's just staring off into space, smiling slightly. Wow, he's not blinking either. Oh, there we go.
I had to. Yeah, I got some dusties in my eyes, but that's just survival, man.
Oh, absolutely.
Can't stop that.
Yeah. I have to say with this episode though, I think it's my favorite episode.
Really? Oh, that's so interesting. I'm glad we're on polar opposites of this thing, because like we tend to agree on too much stuff. It's just like, what do we even talk about here?
I'm so much lighter when it comes to Star Wars stuff, just because I guess I just want to give it a shot because there's so much history. Like as a kid, loving it, and I'm excited to get new stories. But they're not perfect. You're right. But
I'm torn a little bit. I'm not happy. I'm not completely happy with the quality. Mando was pretty cool, like I liked Mando.
Was great.
And I think they just tapped into something really good with the like him and Baby Yoda situation. And I do still call him Baby Yoda. I do not call him Grogu.
That's fine. Baby Yoda's the same shit. It's just probably translates to Baby Yoda.
Yeah,
knowing fucking
Grogu's
Star Wars.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. The other, there's a lot of like really cool little stuff too. Like I love the robot conductor and how like everything was just like practical
Oh
effects.
yeah,
And, like,
and then when he jumped out of the train, he was like a
Yeah.
spidery sort of situation.
that
was
shit
kinda
was
cool.
super. That was like prime Star Wars shit. Like that's
Yeah, that
exactly
was
what you
neat.
want.
I did like that a lot. A
That
lot
was
of the like world buildy stuff is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Some of it a little cringy, as we'll see in the third episode, but
Yeah.
I think you know what I'm going to talk about.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. But yeah,
but yeah, I mean, I think a lot of cool stuff, and maybe that is making it a little bit more frustrating because there is some cool stuff in the show. I just think they kind of whiffed it a little bit on what maybe the Boba Fett character is or should have been, and I'm trying to kind of release that because you know you got to judge things on what they are and what they're trying to do. But on the same level, it's just like I still don't think they really nailed that. My hair just looks so voluminous. It's so
it looks
weird.
really nice. I'm kind of jealous. Mine's too greasy for that shit, unfortunately.
Maybe we
another
shouldn't do
thing-
this on video. We just get so distracted.
You
Or at
do.
least I
This
get
is-
distracted.
It's hard to not look. Another thing I wanted to bring up too, when he goes to beat up the bikers, that was fucking cool.
That was cool. I mean, you know, he kind of just showed up like the fucking man with no name. And I mean, that's just a Western trope, you know, like a guy comes into town and he starts destroying all the fucking bad guys.
It's funny you bring that up because I looked up. I obviously look up all the trivia. That scene, that whole interaction with the bikers was literally modeled after Terminator
Oh.
when he fucks up the bikers in the second T2.
Yes, and T2.
Even when he walks around looking at the bikes, it's the exact same shit.
That's cool. I like that.
Very
That's
cool.
a good piece of trivia.
It's pretty sweet. That was that. I love that a lot. And also,
Single-handedly the like most cheesy and also cool at the same time needle drop in movie history with Bad to the Bone playing.
I know that song is so lame. That's such a dad song.
But it works because he's the Terminator and he doesn't know it's cheesy, you know?
It does. It's fine. Now, obviously, with different eyes, it's hot garbage. But back then,
Can't
that
let
was like
you.
the hottest shit.
Can't let you take the man's wheel, son. Just snatches the shotgun. We should watch
Fucking-
that. That movie's quality, man.
That movie's fucking great. But we're definitely gonna do that at some point
Yeah, we have to find our angle, but we will.
for sure.
We will find it. You know, we'll find some horseshit way to get that on here.
Another like little husky bit that I noticed that I really liked. Boba Fett sits down a lot. Like he's always sitting and like lean, like doing the fat guy lean, just like
Yeah.
like so.
Bring
so
me
you
my
think you're
chair.
going to come here and just go through our land?
Bring me my chair. The good chair. Bring the good chair.
Yeah, after the train,
Because
he's
you
sitting on a
know,
box
Sote,
next
as
to the
a
train.
as a heavy set man, you know we have the good chair.
Yes.
You know.
Yes, 100%. That's the key to
not
going
that one.
anywhere.
Not that one. The
You know
good
which is the
chair.
good chair in each family member's house, and you're
You
like,
almost do have to have the Terminator vision.
that's
Just like doing calculations on which one they're gonna hold you, you know.
yeah. This is solo chair. No one buy it. Pretty cushiony, close to TV.
Oh boy. Yeah, no, that's a really good catch. I like that, Sote. So let's move on to the third episode because
Yes.
this gets bonkers.
Yeah, because
Um,
like I guess maybe to lead into the third episode, like there's a whole ceremony because they have this
Oh,
cool ass raid.
yes.
They get the water. He lets the guys know what's up about like this is the fucking desert ocean. You can't fucking cross here. This is their land. Get the fuck out of here. Cool. He gets like the fucking Tuscan gear, and he's like their dude. He's their guy now.
Yeah.
That's it. He's like
Boba
number
Fett
two.
is like basically their like the only human they trust at this
Yeah.
point.
Pretty much. They give him that crazy dead lizard that goes in his fucking mouth.
He has like a trippy hallucination situation, and then he's good now. Like, oh yeah, he's all changed.
They kind of alluded to him like having seen some shit in the fact that like the lizard like just went in and he was like, I think I swallowed it.
Yeah.
He's just like there's like little reaction to it.
Yeah,
And they're like, no, you'll see.
that was kind of cute.
That is pretty funny.
I do like in the first episode how the Jawas just stripped him of his shit, like just took
Immediately.
all his gear immediately. That's so fucking funny.
Oh, gone again.
Sote. Okay, he's going to the other end of the bar this time. I think he
Yes.
saw a lovely lady
I did.
that he likes and wants to ask out.
Yes, she's 3 feet tall. She's
Is
mostly
she-
scales.
Is she, oh, I was gonna say, is she an Ewok, Sote?
Oh, what
Is she an Ewok?
Oh, it'd have to be a pretty sexy Ewok.
Um, So episode 3 or chapter 3, I keep calling them episode, that's kind of confusing, but chapter 3, we got a lot more gangster stuff in this one, you know, like
There is, yeah.
he's like, we're fully seeing him as the you know, the what do they call it, the
He's
D, it's something that starts with a D.
Yeah, he's like, he's that dude. Like he's there's a word for it, but he's like
the D something of Tatooine. He keeps saying it, fuck or whatever. Anyway, so he's like fully the new Hutt at this point, and
right,
you know, people are trying to, you know, attack him, and the Hutts are trying to dethrone him because they want the throne back. So there's some pretty cool stuff. There's a guy who shows up in his palace to complain that there's some really bad dudes who are taking his water. He's like a moisture farmer or whatever.
yeah, he's a
or he sells water, I guess.
from King.
Yeah, it's Stephen Root.
Yeah, fucking awesome.
Love seeing him.
Yeah, dude. Anytime he's in something, it's so much better. He's such a
That
good
guy's
actor.
got to get an Oscar by the time it's all said and done, you know.
He has
He is
to.
so goddamn good in everything, man. And it's like damned if you know, damn you if you're so good at being such a character actor that you'll never get the roles that will get you those Oscars, you know. But he is so good in everything. It's great.
Yeah. Oh, she turned me down.
Sorry, Sote.
Yeah.
Look at her next time, Tiger.
Yeah,
lots of other scaly 3-foot tall chicks in the galaxy.
Plenty, man. Especially in Mos Eisley. Fucking rad. This place is ass central.
Yeah, dude. Freaking Poontang City is what they should call it.
I fucking hate that word, honestly. That's like the worst thing ever.
Where's Sote? Oh, he's out getting some tang.
I fucking hate that. Anyway,
What? I'm talking about the orange juice that they drink in space. That's
Even
tang.
even that I'm not into.
Call it
Just 'cause of
something
the name.
else.
Yeah, orange drink. I went for some orange drink.
Yes.
Please.
Powdered orange drink.
Oh, a quick sidebar before he meets Stephen Root's character. He does a fat guy grunt when he gets up. He's just like
These are some great catches. So I knew you'd be on it. I just knew you'd be on it. I knew you'd catch some shit.
I only look for that just because of who he is and what he looks like. It's just there, man.
I love that. I love that for you. I love that you are just like, you have such an eye for these things.
It's like immediately like, that's me. I would have done that too, Boba.
It's like, I feel you. I feel you.
But yeah, back to the moisture farmer guy who's like actually kind of a bad dude.
Yeah, he sells the water to the people of the town at like huge markups or whatever.
Yeah.
And Boba Fett's a good guy now, so he hates that. But the people who Boba Fett goes to confront the bad guys that are stealing the water,
Yeah.
and it's this fucking like,
It's the kids from Euphoria.
these like steampunk American graffiti, like, I don't know, weirdos, like greasers, question mark. Like,
Kinda, right?
yeah, they're like androids or whatever. They have all these like
They're like
droid mods on their bodies or whatever.
I think
and
it's the
like,
only time that Star Wars has gone cyberpunk.
Yes, just very like, if a film student was going to make a movie about a cyberpunk society, these are the people that would be in that student film. Like that's how like cringy it gets.
I have another note about the whole cringe around these characters, and it's gonna come up during the chase, which is,
dear God, I gotta stop.
that chase was so
slow.
It was the slowest chase I've ever
The
seen. In my life.
slowest chase. They all have these like candy paint colored motorcycle things
They're actually modeled after Quadrophenia scooters from the 60s with the
That's
extra
what I
mirrors.
thought. Yeah, just like
Yeah.
the like classic rounded out scooter.
Yeah, like a
look.
Vespa. They're just Vespas.
Right,
And, like,
exactly.
how are you gonna have a gang of people riding Vespas as Boba
Of
Fett?
like cyber droid mutant guys, like,
Who
and they're
just,
like, it just looks like just like a weird like fashion school assignment. Like, okay, everyone's gonna pick a movie and you're gonna make a fashion version of that movie. Just or design characters in a fashionable way for that universe, and that's exactly what they came up with.
yeah, and then if you look at them from the front, they look like the fucking rascals that they have at Walmart. Which is even more upsetting because everyone's like fit and trim and half robot. They don't need fucking rascals.
It
And
is
they're just,
really
like,
funny, like the chase through the streets of Mos Eisley later on. Is just why
It's
is
so
everything
bad.
so slow?
He's like going 20 miles an hour in a car that looks like part like 1968 Buick Riviera, part Luke's old speeder.
Right, exactly. They made it like a muscle car sort of
It was the
situation.
slowest muscle car ever.
Ugh, dear God. I think that's the first time I thought that the effects were just like they kind of shot out of their budget. You know what I mean? Like maybe
Yeah.
maybe you didn't have I don't know. What do they these things cost like 15 like 6 I think it was like $30 million an episode or something crazy.
That is fucking insane.
Yeah, it's like an insane amount of money. I could be wrong, give or take a few dollars, but it's like
Oh my
that much per episode.
That
And
is-
it's like you may that may not have made it to that chase. You know what I mean? Like that must have been
should-
spent on other stuff.
and this is a Robert Rodriguez episode, and oh man,
Yeah, he maybe
But there's-
botched that one. Potentially, he botched that one.
the thing
That
is like
that chase, I'll say.
that chase was
The episode
terrible.
itself was like, it was okay.
There was
Um,
interesting bits like when he gets ambushed in the back of the tank.
Very cool when the cool giant dark Wookiee comes out.
Yeah.
And
But again, the guys on the scooters, super not good at what they're supposed to be doing. Like they got their asses handed.
yeah, they're supposed to be like Boba Fett's henchmen, I guess.
Yeah, they're just standing around like
We didn't talk about the greatest part of this show.
What's
The
that?
fucking Gamorrean guards. The
Yeah,
two
dude,
green pig
more-
guards.
More husky heroes.
More husky heroes.
Those
These guys are
fucking-
great. And they're,
clutch,
shirtless.
man. They're clutch.
That is the body that I want, to be honest.
I kind of want.
They're kind of muscular, but still,
Like they still got a
like,
gut.
It's like attainable. You know what I mean? It's attainable for
Oh,
me.
Absolutely. I'm still gonna push for Bob Hoskins, Valiant,
Barrel chested, sort of.
like
yeah.
a barrel muscle boy.
Yeah. I like that. I like
Because
that
I got
for
the
you
height
too.
for it. You have the height for those guys. I have the height for Bob Hoskins' body.
Yeah, man. Those guys are great.
Those guys are sick.
He's gifted a Rancor in this one, and Danny Trejo is the Rancor keeper. That's
Delivered
kind of
by-
cool.
My note was like Machete with the Rancor cart. That whole sequence was weird too because like here's a gift. It's a Rancor delivered by Machete. And also Machete is part of the drop off. Like he's just there now.
Yeah, he's I think he lives there. I think he's the
He does.
just lives in the pit with the Rancor.
And
So,
he also, it's so interesting how much Boba Fett loves the Rancor.
he's like, I want to ride it.
He's my friend now.
Let me ride it.
I'm going to ride him around. I don't know if you should do that, eh? No, it's fine.
No.
I'm going to. It's going to be cool.
Fool. No fool. You can't
No,
ride
fool.
him.
Nah, fool, you can't do that.
Or
You're gonna get
his
ate.
blinders. Or does he have the blinders on? It's because if he sees you, he's gonna love you.
Forever, eh?
You're his mom. I think you're his mom now. Okay, I'm getting too. This is offensive. I
It's
am
not.
Mexican, but this is offensive.
That's our people, man. His love for the Rancor is like kind of sweet.
Yeah,
I just don't know why
I
he-
mean, I want to see where they're going with it because I have only seen the first 3 episodes.
Right.
I'm assuming that they do something cool with it, but that remains to be seen.
Yeah, that's a whole thing.
Anything else you want to say about this episode specifically?
Just my final notes, just how silly again the car chase is. Oh, also, why the fuck didn't Boba Fett use his jetpack sooner and just like fucking
Yeah,
snipe the engine
yeah.
on the car?
I thought the same exact thing. I was like, oh, now he shows up with the fucking jetpack. He
Mhm.
didn't need these guys causing this huge scene throughout the streets of Mos Eisley.
Yeah, zero reason. Also, I want to find out what this other syndicate is.
Yeah, I mean, I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt. I think it's, whatever. If they have a strong finish, I'm excited for season 2. We'll see what happens, but
Yeah, I mean, like
as of right now, not impressed.
no. Well, so far, episode 3 has been the one I hated the most, and I still like parts of it. But every other episode,
I think it does really elevate it for me. The way that they were beating up on the Wookiee was real cool.
that was pretty fucking cool.
And getting their asses kicked by it also.
And you know the Wookiee's gonna come back because he got released, and he's gonna be one of those guys that's like, and the way what he told him, like, take it from a former bounty hunter. You don't want to work for scoundrels like this.
Yeah.
Which is like,
So-
all right, he's gonna come back.
Okay.
I'm excited for that. I want to see that big man.
I guess just, at this point, you guys know my overall impressions on the show. It's it is what it is. Maybe it's not for me. Maybe I'm too hard on it. Maybe I brought too much baggage on it coming in. But I do just genuinely think that they could have done better,
Oh, totally. Well, if you were to grade it grade in school, like A, B, C, D, F, so far these first 3 episodes, where would you give it?
I'd say we're at C- territory.
Okay.
We're at C- territory. Because, like I said, there's a lot of cool stuff in them. And I know that they put a ton of care into these things. And, they're trying to do cool shit. I do think that there is, the Disney of it all. You know what I mean? Like, Disney likes to meddle. All the executives are very much empowered to make whatever notes they want to on these things. And I don't know. I got to assume there was a fair amount of, what if he's actually a good guy? And
Yeah, I don't doubt that for 1 second. They definitely push their agenda. I think so far it's kind of okay. It's fine, but there's got to be something more. I'm ready to see what else they got in store. There's too many good people in this project for it not to come out good.
Yeah. I mean, well, let's just leave it at that. That's kind of what we thought about the first 3 episodes of the Book of Boba Fett. Hope you guys enjoyed those thoughts. If you have any comments on them, please let us know. You could leave us voice messages on Anchor FM. Yes. The link will be in the link tree by the time this episode is up. You should be able to just click it and be able to see just go straight there.
I didn't get to ask you this before. Should we do the Discord thing?
Do you want to announce it? So this is your baby, so I'm going to let you announce it. While you're doing that, I am going to switch to a softer seat because I am fidgeting around here.
That's all right.
So I'm going to mute myself and you tell them about the Discord.
Yeah, and also if you don't feel like leaving voicemails or just not setting up an Anchor account, that's fine too. I actually started a Discord channel for Husky Heroes, and I'm pretty active on Discord. I've been on it for a couple of years, and I've gotten the hang of it. So we're gonna put that link in the description as well. Pop in, join in, just talk to us. Let me know if there's topics you want me to put in there, as conversation pieces. I think at some point, once everything kind of gets worked out, I may just start doing watch along so people could watch me watching whatever we're gonna be doing.
Yeah, I think that I do think that makes it more fun where people can be a little bit more involved in the actual movie watching portion of this.
Yeah, and just having those conversations too, because then if you guys bring up something about the movie, I could write it down and bring it up in the podcast, and it's a thing now.
Guys, this is all about engagement, baby. We're trying to make money off of these things. You're getting in at the ground floor for free, okay?
Get in there.
So just get in the Discord. I'm Sote, shoot me the link that I have to share to people. I'll put it in the link tree.
Gotcha.
You'll be able to join it from there, and then we'll get the party started on the Discord server.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Send it to you right now, and everybody will be ready.
I do have. Pop in. Yeah, definitely pop in. But at this point, even if you don't join the Discord, you could leave us messages on Instagram or
there you go.
The voice messages on Anchor, or just leave comments anywhere. Honestly.
Yeah, hit us up. Hit our Instagram accounts. We got Instagram accounts too. Shit.
So I have a devious little game for you. Yes. Are you ready for this one?
Yeah, let's do it.
This is another installment of Beat
podcast.
You guys listening to it will have heard the Beat the Podcast theme song. So Sote, you are playing against the podcast. I don't remember where we left it at last time because this is supposed to be a running total.
Yeah, we'll have to go back and double check it.
So here's how this game is going to work, okay? This is another trivia style game. You are going to have to come up with the title of the movie that I describe. And all of these movies are movies that feature bounty hunters, okay?
Okay.
All movies that feature bounty hunters. There's a couple of gimmies in here, but I hope I made it at least fun enough for everyone to enjoy it. So each question that you get right is worth 3 points for a total of 30 points. I believe there's 6 movies here. So 6 times, for a total of 18 points, I should say. Right? 6 times 3?
Yes, 6 times 3 is 3.
Come on, don't look at me crazy
18.
like that, man.
Yeah,
don't look at me crazy like that. For a
it's
total
18,
of 18 points.
Yeah.
So there are 2 lifelines. If you use the lifelines, you get subtracted a point. So if you use lifeline 1, it's minus 1 point. Use lifeline 2, it's minus 1 point. Okay. So then the maximum you could get is 1 if you get the name right. Anyway, so the lifelines are, you can ask me the year that the movie was released.
Okay.
Or the 5th build actor on IMDb.
Oh. Okay.
So not necessarily the main players, but someone in the movie to help get you closer to the answer.
Okay.
All right, so are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Okay, first one. In this nearly 3-hour-long Western epic, a freed slave teams up with a German bounty hunter in order to track down and ultimately rescue his wife from the clutches of an evil plantation owner.
That is Django Unchained.
Ding, ding, ding. That is
Love
Django Unchained. You get 3 points. Now, that one was quite a gimme.
I'd say so.
Yeah. I think what other movie could that possibly be? All right. So here's number 2. You ready for this?
Yeah.
All right. A bounty hunter pursues an ex-mafia accountant who also happens to be pursued by the FBI, a rival bounty hunter, and a mafia crime lord.
That is Midnight Run.
Ooh, yes, that is Midnight Run.
Fucking
You got
Bobby De Niro, baby.
Bobby De Niro and the dude from Beethoven too.
Yeah.
And Beethoven.
And famous Chicago and Dennis Farina.
Dennis Farina, he is the 5th build actor in this. So if you would have asked for that lifeline, it would have been Dennis Farina. I did cut grass at the cemetery as a summer job. It happened to be the cemetery that Dennis Farina is buried at, and I got to trim the grass around his headstone every once in a while. So that was pretty cool.
That's pretty sweet. R.I.P. Dennis Farina.
All right, this one is maybe a stretch, but here we go.
All right.
A tenacious 13-year-old girl enlists the helps of a drunken old U.S. Marshal to track down her father's killer.
That's True Grit?
Yes, it is True Grit.
Fuck yes.
That we covered on the podcast in the olden days.
Fucking great movie, man.
Yeah. Great movie. Everyone should watch it.
God damn.
I'm very curious to see if you'll get this one, Sote. You ready?
All right.
Okay, so far you're 3 for 3, so you got 9 points so far.
Mm-hmm.
When a flight attendant gets arrested for smuggling cocaine, she must play both sides of the law by being both FBI informant and loyal to a small-time arms dealer responsible for her arrest. Along the way, she falls for the bail bondsman sent to pick her up from jail.
Oh, that's Jackie Brown.
Yes!
Fuck yeah. Underrated movie, by the way.
Very underrated. I think my favorite Tarantino movie, to be honest with you. Although I do think Inglourious Basterds is his best movie. This one might be one of my favorites just because it's so like... it's his most contemporary movie, I would argue.
Oh, absolutely.
Set in the real world,
Set in the real world. Again, awesome actors. Everyone in that movie fucking
great
rocks.
cast. That if you guys have not seen Jackie Brown, if that's a blind spot for you and you're Tarantino watching, you gotta check it out. It's good. All right. Oh, go ahead.
Real quick, whatchamacallit, Michael Keaton actually played that character again in a different movie.
Yes. Out of Sight?
Yeah. Because that's essentially the same writer for the book. It's just that story again. It's like a different version of that story. But yeah, that's the dude. Fucking awesome.
Yeah, I saw that movie recently.
Out of sight.
And I saw Keaton in it and I was like, is he playing the same exact guy? And then I like looked it up. I was like, oh yeah, that's pretty awesome. So anyway,
He's that dude.
yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool little nugget there. Michael Keaton was the 5th billed actor in this movie, so you're like, man, I should give you extra points for that. But that's not how the fucking game works, okay? There's no way you're gonna miss this one. There's just no way. An infertile couple. See if you can guess it just on that.
An infertile couple.
Pazuzu got it.
Yeah, I think she did.
An infertile couple. Just log that in your brain real quick.
Okay.
Go to extreme lengths to acquire a child, but mayhem ensues when the child's father sends a rabbit shooting bounty hunter after the kidnappers.
Is that Raising Arizona?
That is Raising Arizona. Yes,
Fuck
it is.
Yes.
Maybe one of Nicolas Cage's best movies.
Oh, no doubt.
I don't think I don't think anyone's gonna argue with you on that.
No, that and also everyone loves Leaving Las Vegas.
That's a fun one.
That's a fun one. And didn't he win an Oscar for that?
Leaving Las Vegas?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
But he
does he
definitely
have
won
2
an Oscar.
Oscars?
Maybe? Possibly?
Yeah, this is one of the things we're just gonna have to look up because I'm not going to.
I have to find out now.
I need to know.
Yeah.
This should be all on the IMDb.
Yeah, I'm looking at what we got here.
Raising Arizona, super good, an early Coen Brothers movie. It does have some of the frequent Coen Brothers players. Francis McDormand is in it. You get some John Goodman action where he escapes from prison. He's covered in mud. Pretty
So
cool.
good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Leaving Las Vegas. He won an Oscar.
He won the Oscar for that. Okay, cool.
Wow.
Yeah. All right, you ready for the final? You're perfect right now, Sote. I may have made this very easy, but because these are actually just like straight up good movies that we like.
All fantastic.
This is a curveball, Sote. I don't know if you're going to get this one at all.
All right.
A little loser dork who kisses his sister finds out his really bad magical guy is his father. His friend gets turned into an ice cube by the most ruthless bounty hunter in the galaxy.
What
could that be?
That's I know it's Luke Skywalker.
Dorky guy who kisses his sister.
But that's Empire. That's Empire Strikes Back.
You have beat the podcast, Sote. You are 6 for 6 on this for a total of 18 points.
Swish.
That brings your running total up to, leaving that blank so I could drop it in later. We'll figure that out. But yeah, that was the Bounty Hunter game. Thank you for playing Beat the Podcast, Sote. How are you feeling?
I feel awesome. I'm especially surprised that I got Midnight Rush.
Yeah, I was. That was the one that I was just like maybe, but I think it was just it just has so specific of a plot.
It does.
I'm finding that like every movie that features a bounty hunter just has a real specific plot.
Yeah, such a weird movie for like De Niro to make with the guy from Beethoven, like you said, and Dennis
Charles
Farina.
Grodin, that's his name. That just came to me. Charles Grodin, like interesting. Farina,
combo.
What's his name? Cypher from the Matrix. What's his name?
Yeah. The dude, the chief in Bad Boys.
Yeah, the chief in Bad Boys and the African.
Yaphet Kotto. That guy's been in a lot of shit.
Yeah, that guy. He's fucking excellent. But yeah, man. So that is Beat the Podcast.
Yeah,
if you played along at home, did you get all of them right? We're using the honor system here. We're using the honor system.
I fucking had it. That was great. I'm very proud of myself. I went so well.
I think that does it for today's episode. So, is there anything that you want to talk about? I think we covered everything new that we wanted to get through, right?
Yeah, pretty much the Discord thing. If you want to follow me on Instagram, I have a new account, or I guess an updated account. Now everything across the board is just Sote86. Sote86 on Twitter. Sote86 on Instagram.
I found out that Husky Heroes Pod is available now. Ooh. We have Husky Heroes Podcast. Ooh. So we may have to lock that down.
I think we have to, just to have it.
Just migrate everyone over to that one. We'll see. We'll see.
Sounds like a great idea.
Well, until next time, guys, this has been Husky Heroes. Next week, we will be talking about Super Mario Bros.
Yes, I'm so excited.
Our continuation of Bob and Boba month. We will be discussing the 1993 classic
I think so.
Super Mario Bros.
I think you're right.
Yeah, I think so. Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo as the
Classic.
titular Mario Bros. So
As Italian brothers.
yes. So look out for that. Watch the show. Watch that movie before you get to this, and you'll have a very, very good time, I think, or a bad time.
We're gonna have I'm actually gonna hold off on watching it just so I could watch it if people hop into the Discord. If they hop into the Discord.
We'll see if that works out. I'll try to jump in there as well. Alrighty, Sote. I will see you next week, and everyone, thank you for tuning in.
Hell yeah. Bye guys.
Bye 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 bye. Well, hold on. This is for the video viewers. If you're viewing in Husky Vision,
It's like the end. It's like the end of the Beverly Hillbillies.
Put on your Husky Vision glasses.
Yeah, it's about to get real chunky.